608, go ahead.
After 25 years, 2 months, and 19 days of service, this will be the last time that I'll be on the air, and I'll be going 1042. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Officer Bill Keeney with the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department is making a special delivery to 2 little boys.
You want to grab that back? And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to look at your guys' boxes you made for your mom.
7-year-old AJ and 9-year-old Lucas are facing another Christmas without their mom. Felicia Kunze was killed by a drunk driver 6 years ago. The boys are now being raised by their grandmother. Her daughter's death was preventable.
That's the whole point of this whole story. Just make a good decision. Don't make that decision that will ruin your life or horribly ruin someone else's life, and you have to live with that.
Dad, I wanted to begin this video just by saying thank you. Thank you so much for the service that you've given to the Kansas City community and to so many individuals. There are so many people who have been touched and their lives have been changed. Some people wouldn't even be here today without the service and protection that you've given. I am just so grateful for the incredible example you are to so many people you love to protect. You've always felt it as a calling. You've gone far above and beyond what you were even asked to do as an officer. There's so many things that go unnoticed that officers do, and I know if only people knew what officers do on the day-to-day, they couldn't even ever imagine the things that you've had to see. It's just incredible. This really is the hardest job. It takes everything out of you mentally, emotionally, and physically, and you've given it your everything. I know that God is so grateful for your service, that there's so many people who are grateful for your service. I couldn't think of a better transition than to be able to take your love for protecting and your love for God and serve God in this capacity. And I'm so honored that you're my dad, that you are this incredible man. You've served honorably, Dad, and I'm excited for this next chapter in your life.
Hey Dad, congratulations on an amazing, a meaningful, and probably most importantly, a very impactful career. Growing up with you as my dad, who is a police officer, was the coolest thing ever, because you weren't just my hero, you were a real life superhero. You had a gadget belt and everything. Growing up with a dad who's a police officer also has side effects. When you're born into a cop family, they don't list those off for you. Maybe they should, you know. Like, side effects may include not realizing that talking about things like dismemberment, dead bodies, or bodily functions is not a normal practice at the dinner table. Also, make that a little bit more comedic, being a fan of Jeff Foxworthy. You could say something along the lines of, if you have a favorite seat in every restaurant, every public space that you go to, you might be a cop son. All joking aside, it truly was amazing growing up with you as a police officer, getting to see all of the amazing things you did. I think especially in the last 10 years of your career as you got into being a CIO, and seeing you really get passionate about what you were doing with your work with the homeless and your work with the community and all the networking you did. I know there were parts of it that were things that could easily weigh heavily on you, and parts of it that could be really stressful, but I also know you really enjoyed what you were doing, and you really had your heart in it for all the right reasons. Congratulations again, and for those side effects, have a nice dose of retirement.
The first thing that I want to say, Papa, is congratulations. I am so happy and I am so proud of you. I know that this has been a long-awaited retirement, but there really has been so many blessings that have come to you and also to our whole family from you being a police officer. One thing that amazes me is looking back and realizing the amount of times that you would be able to put work aside and still come home and be your loving, goofy self. Still to this day, I don't know all the stories and all the things that you've gone through as a cop, but I do know that this job has strengthened you, not only as a protector, but as a father. I hope you know, Papa, that your efforts don't go unnoticed. Thank you for all the musicals and cross-country events that you would attend, even if it meant sneaking in your uniform and watching as much as you could before you had to sneak back out the door. It made the biggest difference in the world to me, seeing you there in the crowd. One thing that I will still and always look forward to is our family dinners, where we all sit around the table and probe you with a bunch of questions about stories from when you were a police officer. There are so many that are hysterical, so many that are heartfelt, and so many more that are inspiring. And Papa, you will always and forever continue to inspire me. And even though you are retiring, you will still be my Batman and you will always be my hero. Love you, Papa.
Community interaction officers from the Shoal Creek Patrol Division teamed up with 7-Eleven for this event. It's a chance for police to meet face-to-face with the people they serve.
Events where we put on to be able to get that face-to-face is so important, because nothing will ever take that away. That the human connection is what builds trust.
This is a chance to discuss concerns and solutions in a peaceful setting, not a crime scene, and maybe change some attitudes toward police.
Your friends call you Wild Bill, but to me, you're always William, which is the name you were given at birth. It means resolute protector, a determined guardian, or a strong-willed warrior. You have lived up to that name your whole life. You did it in your family, even as a child and teenager, and you continued to do it for the next 25 years as a police officer. You have always been a protector. It's who you are, the guardian at the gate. Kansas City has been safer because of you. Now we're moving on to this next chapter in our lives, where you will get to stand as a sentinel, a guardian, a protector at the house of the Lord in Albuquerque, New Mexico. William Keeney, I am so proud of you. I'm proud to be your wife.
More than $5,000 in bonds taken in a 2016 burglary turned up years later. Officer William Keeney used genealogy tools to help track down the owner.
And within probably 20 minutes, I was able to find that she was staying here.
He also uncovered that a KCPD officer helped Charlene Herbst find a new home after a welfare check.
Here's a patrol officer who is tied to a 911 system that goes from one call to another call, that even on his own time is willing to go above and beyond to help someone in the community, because he looks at them and thinks to them, that could be my grandma, that could be my mom.
We were there as the bonds were returned to her.
Well, my goodness sakes. I'm rich.
I love you so much, Papa.
I'm so honored that you're my dad, that you are this incredible man.
And I couldn't be more proud to call you my dad. Congratulations again.
I love you, baby.
To everyone that's out there, remember that number one rule, always go home. Today I'll be going home to my lovely wife and also to my children. God bless you all, and serve with purpose. Thank you.
Congrats, Will. Take care, 608. Enjoy your retirement.
Congratulations, Bill. Congratulations, Bill.
608, show you 1042 at 1313.
That's a terrible life jacket. That's the worst life jacket ever.
Well, Pat, you're right. I let my arrogance get the best of me. I was making fun of Greg, how he swamped the boat, flipped it, and here I was trying to be a firefighter when actually I'm a police officer. And as you can see, I swamped my boat, and Greg had to come and rescue me. Firefighters are the heroes.